So this bike is a trip. It's a proper drop bar mountain bike. Traction Path X with 100mm suspension fork. Let me tell you more about the bike and then I'll show you how it rides. The Traction Path X is a proper monster bike. Drop bars and big wheels is a seriously fun combo. So the frame is an aluminum frame, tapered through axle flat mount. The fork that we have in there is a RockShox Recon 100mm suspension fork. The handlebar that we have on the frame is this wide 420cm handlebar. The width of the flare is 540cm, so it's pretty wide. Then the brakes that we put with the Juntec F1 cable actuated hydraulic calipers. We paired those brake calipers with the Ferrino Fantasy GC 11 speed. It's 1x11. We had a 40 tooth hanging around. I probably wouldn't want a 40 tooth on it, but we can easily change that with a 36 or 34. And then we have an 1146 11 speed cassette. The frame can fit super wide tires. We have a 29 by 2.4 inch tires on it right now, the Kenda Booster Pros. And as you can see, it has lots of mounts for cages and bags. And it's probably really suited as a bike packing frame set. I'm not going bike packing in this video, so you're not gonna hear much about bike packing here, but I think this is a very capable bike packing bike. I wouldn't mind using this fully packed up with all the bags and everything. It looks sweet. Anyway, here's the rest of the video. Peculiar feeling riding this bike, because, well, not peculiar, like it's weird. It feels weird because, well, you should know my background a little bit. I ride primarily gravel / road bikes, and I am not used to riding big ass like 2.4 inch tired bike. And wow, like even just getting on the bike feels really different. I'm so used to being much closer to the ground, and then this bike I am way higher than the ground, way higher than I'm used to from the ground. And I'll show you the section that I was going downhill. That's it over there. This thing over here. So usually when I'm going downhill on my gravel bikes, I tend to avoid the big rocks and basically just try to find the most smooth path through through rough terrain as possible. And running a 100mm suspension, 2.4 inch tires, I am discovering that you can go through a lot more than normal. Like giant rocks that are fist size are nothing for this bike. So I was going downhill and I found myself just trying out lines that I would never do on my normal gravel bike.
and I got through it. I was also surprised that despite being quite high above the ground, I think I still managed to pedal strike some parts of the ground. Might have even been a chainring, I'm not sure. I don't really know what that feels like. But a lot of new sensations while using this bike. Alright, we're gonna go down a descent that's usually kind of sketchy on the gravel bike. I mean, very doable on the gravel bike, but still sketchy. I feel like my lack of experience with 100mm suspension, 2.4-inch tires, I feel like it's showing.
Before we get to my thoughts about the Traction Path X, I'd like to talk about this video's sponsor, Curve Coffee Collaborators. I've been fortunate to work with Curve for a long time now, and I have to say, the opportunity to get hands-on experience on something that I truly enjoy, something like coffee, is so worthwhile. This is one of those hobbies that I don't think I'm particularly good at, but at the same time, I still feel like it is very enjoyable and has improved the quality of coffee that I serve at home. Working with Curve has afforded me plenty of opportunities to learn more about coffee, make decent coffee, and even get behind the bar and serve other people. That's what happens with Curve. They do their best work by giving opportunities to people in coffee. Whether it is to farmers, roasters, baristas, and even hobbyists like me, they are ready to get as many people as possible involved. Check out curve.coffee to learn more. Thanks Curve for sponsoring the vlog.
In the beginning of this downhill, I was kind of just holding on to the brakes. But in retrospect, there are very significant sections where I feel like I could have just let go of the brakes. You know, let Jesus take the wheel. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like I could have done so much more. It's always interesting to ride in the afternoon. A lot more things happen. So I'm cruising along some of my usual paved routes, right? And I'm starting to pass some of these trails that I would normally never turn to with my gravel bike. But with this bike, I started thinking about it. I started thinking about possibly doing those trails. got started cycling, and when I wanted to choose a bike, I toyed with the idea of getting a mountain bike. And in the end, I didn't get a mountain bike. And one of the reasons why I didn't get a mountain bike was because, knowing my personality, I would try to maximize the capabilities of a mountain bike. And at my age back then, and even more so now, I'm getting old and I don't want to get injured. When you have a more capable bike, it sure feels like you should maximize it. And I just went down a little downhill before recording this bit, and I feel like I went on the edge of my ability a little. Well, I went too close to the edge of my ability. But I feel like this bike can do a lot more than what I am capable of doing. Of course, it's not the best climber, it's not the best on the road. I imagine it's similar to what a mountain bike feels on the road. Although I suspect this feels better on the road just because you have the more hand positions, the drop bar, so you can get more aero. I mean, you could make this more like a roadie just by making it a more narrow bar. I'm very excited for it. We are selling this specific bike in the shop. It's going to be sold as a second-hand bike. But while it isn't sold, I'll be able to do a couple of rides with it just for fun. Man! Pugaw na kayo, man!
Okay, yung gawang gitniya.
Ako hugaw kay ko! Grabe!
Ako sa parang